2 years ago, the arrival of Steve Francis caused quite a bit of stir in China. The former All-Star became a popular figure in China after teaming up with Yao Ming for 2 seasons with the Houston Rockets. But his career in the CBA would be short-lived. Francis arrived in the Chinese capital in December of 2010 for a stint with the Beijing Ducks. Despite being one of the top 100 scorers in NBA history, Stevie Franchise spent more time watching from the sidelines than playing on the court. The lack of minutes took their toll. In a road game against Guangdong, Francis flipped the bird at fans behind the away bench. He was cut from the team just a few days later. In his 4-game career in the CBA, Francis averaged less than 1 point and 1 rebound per game. Last season, the NBA lockout prompted several NBA players to sign with Chinese teams. That included a trio of Denver Nuggets. The first was Wilson Chandler, who played in all 32 regular season games for the Guangshan Lions and scored more than 26 points a contest. He led his team to the playoffs but returned to the NBA before the start of the postseason. Another was Kenyon Martin, whom the Xinjiang Flying Tigers paid $2.65 million to basically rent for 12 games. The former number 1 overall pick averaged almost 14 points and 10 rebounds per game, but was largely considered a bust. He was released by the team before Christmas. The third member of the Nuggets to make his way to China was high-flying J.R. Smith, the highest-paid player in CBA history. His $3 million salary bought the Zhejiang Golden Bulls an electric player who led the league in scoring and racked up at least 40 points 10 times. But Zhejiang finished with a losing record and failed to make the playoffs. Last season saw another of Yao Ming's former teammates join the league. Aaron Brooks led the Guangdong Southern Tigers to the best record in the league at 27-5. He led the team in assists on their way to the CBA Finals, where they fell in 5 games to the next guy on this list. That guy is none other than Stephon Marbury, the most successful NBA to CBA crossover to date. After a 13-year career in the NBA, Marbury turned down an offer from the Boston Celtics and signed with the Shanxi Brave Dragons in January of 2010. His arrival was met with great fanfare, and he averaged almost 23 points a game over the last half of the season. But the Dragons didn't make it to the playoffs. After a brief stint with the Foshan Dralions, Marbury again jumped ship and joined the Beijing Ducks prior to the start of the 2011-2012 season. His career in Beijing started with a bang as he led the Ducks to a franchise record of 13 straight wins to start the season. Marbury further endeared himself to fans by embracing the city and the culture, often riding the subway to practice and engaging with the locals. Marbury wore his heart on his sleeve, as captured by cameras after the Ducks' thrilling Game 7 victory over his old team Shanxi in the semifinals. Even his coach was surprised that he cared so much. But in the finals, nobody was surprised. The Ducks demolished perennial powerhouse and favorite Guangdong 4-1, capturing the team's first ever CBA title. After the final buzzer sounded, fans stormed the court and the team tossed their leader skyward. The season-long mission was complete, and Marbury's status as leader and hero was cemented.